Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing questions 21 to 25 on the practice test 2 math calculator section. If you like these videos or if they're informative, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Problem number 21. Project manager estimates that a project will take X hours to complete, where X is greater than 100. The goal is for the estimate to be within 10 hours of the time it will actually take to complete the project. And if the manager meets the goal and it takes Y hours to complete the project, which of the following inequalities represents the relationship between the estimated time and the actual completion time? So what we can do about this? Well, so the estimate is X and the actual time is Y. Now if the estimate should be within 10 hours of the actual, then the absolute value of X minus Y, which is their difference, should be less than 10. Now we're not given an absolute value sign in the problem, so that means that X minus Y has to be less than 10 or greater than negative 10. Alternatively, we can just say Y minus X is less than negative 10, is less than 10 and greater than negative 10. So the difference here would be greater than negative 10 and less than 10, so that the absolute difference is less than 10. This is answer choice D. Let's keep going. Problem number 22. At a large distance r from a radio antenna, the intensity of the radio signal I is related to the power of the signal P by the formula above, where I equals P over 4 pi r squared. Which of the following expresses the square of the distance of the radio antenna in terms of the intensity of the radio signal and the power of the signal? Let's see what we can do with this. Well, I equals P over 4 pi r squared. Multiplying by r squared on both sides gives I r squared equals P over 4I. And then you divide by I on both sides to get r squared equals P over 4 pi I. This is answer choice B. Let's keep going. The same prompt as before, but now the question is, for the same signal emitted by a radio antenna, observer A measures the intensity to be 16 times the intensity measured by observer B. The distance of observer A from the radio antenna is what fraction of the distance of observer B from the radio antenna? Well, what can we do about this? We can say that I1 is P over 4 pi R1 squared and I2 equals P over 4 pi R2 squared. Now we know that 1/16 of I1 equals I2, and we know that the power is the same, and we're trying to find the ratio of the R of distance. So we know that 1 over R1 squared equals 16 over R2 squared, or 1 over R1 equals 4 over R2, so R2 is 4 times R1, and R1 is a fourth of R2. Therefore, the distance of observer A from the radio antenna is a fourth of the distance of observer B from the radio antenna, which is answer choice A. Keep going. Here we're given an equation x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 2y equals -1. And we're told that's the equation of a circle in the xy plane. And we're asked for the radius of the circle. Well, let's complete the square for both x and y. We have x squared plus 4x, so we add 4 to get x plus 2 squared. We have y squared minus 2y, so we need to add 1 to get y minus 1 squared. So we do -1, we add the 4, and we add the 1, we get 4, which means that r squared has to equal 4, because that's how the formula for the equation of a circle works. Then r has to equal the square root of 4, which is 2, or a. Let's do the last problem of this set. The graph of the linear function f has intercepts at a0 and 0b in the xy plane, and we're told that a plus b equals 0. Now we're asked to see what is true about the slope. Well, since a plus b equals 0, we say that b equals minus a. So f has 2 points on a0 and 0 minus a. Using rise over run for the slope, we get minus a minus 0 over 0 minus a, or minus a over minus a, which is 1. So slope is 1, which is positive. This is answer choice A. That's it for this set. Make sure to tune in next time when we do questions 26 through 25. I'll see you then.